What is the name of the main protagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen? Yuji Itadori. What dangerous object does Yuji Itadori swallow? Sukuna's finger. What is the name of the school Yuji attends after meeting Gojo? Tokyo Jujutsu High. What is Megumi Fushiguro's primary fighting technique? Shikigami summoning. Who is known as the strongest sorcerer in the series? Satoru Gojo. What color is Satoru Gojo's eyes under his blindfold? Blue. Which cursed spirit allies with Mahito during the series? Jogo. What type of cursed technique does Nobara Kugisaki specialize in? Straw doll technique. What is Sukuna's nickname in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen? King of Curses. Which technique allows Gojo to create an infinite void? Unlimited void. Who is Yuji's teacher-mentor at Tokyo Jujutsu High? Satoru Gojo. Which character uses speech-based curse techniques? Toge Inumaki. What phrase does Toge Inumaki often say to avoid using cursed speech? Rice ball ingredients. What is Mahito's main ability? Transforming souls. What form does Panda take during combat? A giant silver gorilla. What is the special event where Tokyo and Kyoto students compete? Goodwill event. Which weapon does Maki Zenin mainly use? Cursed tools, spears, and swords. How many Sukuna fingers are scattered across the world? Who kills Mahito in the Shibuya incident arc? Kenjaku. What is the real identity of Geto Suguru seen after his death? He was possessed by Kenjaku. What is the name of the domain expansion technique used by Sukuna? Malevolent Shrine. What part of Yuji Itadori's body does Sukuna place a mouth on in Shibuya? His hand. What does Nanami Kento say is his ideal retirement plan? Move to Malaysia and eat good food. Who defeats Mahito in the Shibuya incident arc? Yuji Itadori. What is the curse technique of Choso? Blood manipulation. Who unexpectedly helps Yuji escape from Mahito during the train station fight? Aoi Todo. What happens to Gojo Satoru at the end of the Shibuya arc? He is sealed in the prison realm. Who creates the prison realm used to trap Gojo? Kenjaku. What is the name of the group that leads the assault during the Shibuya incident? Curse User Coalition. What is the real identity of the person claiming to be Geto Suguru? Kenjaku, an ancient sorcerer. How does Nobara Kugisaki injure Mahito? Resonance via shared soul. What happens to Nobara during the Shibuya incident? She is killed, presumed dead. Who is Yuji's greatest emotional support during the chaos of Shibuya? Aoi Todo. What is Aoi Todo's curse technique called? Boogie Woogie. What body part does Todo lose in Shibuya? His right hand. What is the name of the cursed spirit born from fear of pollution and rot? Dagon. What is Dagon's domain expansion called? Horizon of the Captivating Skanda. What is Yuji's emotional reaction after Nanami's death? He has a breakdown and lashes out. Who helps Megumi escape a near-death situation during Shibuya? Sukuna. How does Sukuna reward Megumi for summoning him with his trump card? He causes mass destruction. What is the name of Gojo's domain expansion? What is the main reason Mahito seeks out Sukuna? To make a pact with him. What type of domain expansion does Jogo use? Coffin of the Iron Mountain. Who kills Hanami during the Shibuya incident? Gojo. What is the name of Mei Mei's curse technique? Cursed Crows. Who defeats Dagon in the Shibuya arc? Toji. What item seals Gojo? Prison Realm. Who activates Prison Realm to trap Gojo? Geto, Kenjaku. What is Sukuna's reaction after Megumi uses the Ten Shadows ritual? He possesses Megumi. What is the name of Nobara's hammer technique? Resonance. Who is the first character Sukuna calls brat? Megumi. What does Sukuna destroy in Shibuya, causing massive casualties? Shibuya District. What grade is Nanami when he returns to Jujutsu Society? Grade 1. Who uses the Boogie Woogie technique? Todo. What does Sukuna use to kill Maharaga? Cleave. What happens to Nobara during the Shibuya battle? She is hit by idol transfiguration. What is the condition of using idol transfiguration? Mahito must touch the soul. Which curse evolves and gains intelligence during Shibuya arc? Mahito. What is Geto's real body being controlled by? Kenjaku's brain. What ability does Choso use in battle? Blood manipulation. Who does Choso mistake Yuji for? His brother. Who defeats Mahito in the Shibuya incident? Kenjaku. Who removes Todo's curse technique? Mahito. What is Gojo's 6 eyes used for? Technique optimization and vision. What does Toji Fushiguro lack? Cursed energy? Who does Toji fight after resurrecting? Dagon. What does Toji call himself upon returning? Monkey. What domain expansion traps multiple people with water-based attacks? Horizon of the Captivating Skanda. What unique trait does Mahito's soul have? Fluidity and individuality. Who shows Black Flash the most in Shibuya? Yuji. What technique does Yuji use against Mahito? Divergent Fist. What does Nobara believe makes her strong? Being herself. Who says, "I don't want to regret my choices" during Shibuya? Yuji. Who is the only person Gojo calls a friend among the sorcerers? Geto. What is special about Nanami's technique ratio? Seven to 3. What's the name of the binding vow Gojo mentions with Sukuna? Binding vow. Who injures Megumi severely during Shibuya? Maharaga. Who is the cursed user who controls Shigemo? Ogami. What item can open the prison realm? Back gate. What did Nanami see before dying? The beach in Malaysia. What nickname does Todo call Yuji?
Presto Friendo.
What domain expansion does Hajime Kashimo use in his fight against Sukuna? He has no domain expansion. What is Kinji Hikari's curse technique based on? Pachinko machine. Who kills Gojo Satoru during the Shinjuku showdown arc? Ryomen Sukuna. How many seconds is Kinji Hikari invincible during Idle Death Gamble? 4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Which of Sukuna's techniques does he use most in his battle with Gojo?
Cleave and dismantle. What form does Sukuna's domain take during his battle against Gojo? Shrine-like structure. Who is revealed to be the brain inside Suguru Geto's body? Kenjaku. Which curse tool does Yuji use after regaining his resolve post-Gojo's death? Playful Cloud. What is Yuta Okatsu's domain expansion called? Authentic Mutual Love. Which character revives Sukuna by giving up their body? Megumi Fushiguro. Who is the first person to defeat a cursed womb death painting? Nobara Kugisaki. What is Yuta's relationship to the original sorcerer Sugawara no Michizane? Descendant.
What happens when Sukuna uses open in his domain?
It allows him to use new techniques. What sorcerer technique does Gojo use to counter Sukuna's malevolent shrine? Unlimited Void. What is the outcome of Gojo's first Unlimited Void against Sukuna? Sukuna is trapped. Who replaces Gojo as the main leader in the final arc after his death? Yuta. Who is Kashimo Hajime interested in fighting from the beginning? Sukuna. What technique does Choso primarily use? Blood manipulation. What's the key condition of Kenjaku's culling game? Kill at least one player. Which curse technique does Kenjaku use in the final arc?
Anti-gravity system.
Which character learns reverse curse technique during the culling game?
Hikari.
Who is Sukuna's original vessel? Himself, he reincarnated. What happens to Megumi after Sukuna takes over his body? His soul is suppressed. What creature does Sukuna summon with open? Mahoraga. Who finally defeats Kenjaku? Yuta. Who is Takaba's technique based on? Imagination becomes reality. What is Yuta's main advantage in battle? Rika's support. Who reveals the truth behind Kenjaku's long plan? Tengen. Which sorcerer's death causes Yuji to evolve his resolve? Gojo. What does Mahoraga adapt to in his fight against Gojo? Hollow Purple. What does Gojo lose in his fight before dying? His lower half. Who saves Yuji after Sukuna leaves his body? Choso. What is special about Yuji's body that Kenjaku reveals? He's the result of experimentation. What does Sukuna say about Gojo after their fight? He was the honored one.
Who is the most comedic relief in the final arc? Takaba.
What does Rika become for Yuta? A cursed spirit ally. What's Hikari's reaction after Gojo's death? Fights harder.